Welcome back to Sports First, number one in sports. Today we're going to be talking about UFC Fight Night. Lad versus Norma Dumont. We're going to start off with Klein versus Knight. Knight versus Klein. That fight, Klein was pretty much doing all the pressure, so you would think he would have like some sort of advantage or anything, but he really didn't. He looked like more like the smaller fighter, but he was doing as I said, he was doing more of the pressure and all. But he did throw 85 total strikes with 44 landing. Even though it didn't seem like it, what's his name actually threw more with 163 and landing 103. That's pretty good with 63.2%. Significant strike, 71 out of 130, which is pretty all right. Only two takedowns. One was completed by Nate. Klein just I really can't say too much good things about Klein, to be honest. I mean, it's not like his record is terrible or nothing, but still, just didn't seem like he could get anything going. I mean, he obviously landed a couple of punches and just not too much from Klein. Pretty much Nate had it the whole time. I don't remember looking at the reach or height and all, but it seemed like Nate was obviously the much bigger guy and all, so he just everything was in his advantage. He just pretty much took care of business with a submission. I don't know. It seemed like Klein kind of almost gave up. I don't know. That choke wasn't. I mean, it was locked in, but I mean, he obviously couldn't get out of it. But yeah, Nate pretty much took care of business. Now 15-4, and he's pretty much. I don't think he's on a. Is he on his what you call it win streak right now or not? I'm not too on that, to be honest, but I guess we can check it out. Again, nope, he wasn't. He actually just lost one. I actually watched the Blades versus Lewis card. I totally forgot that I had watched this other fight, but yeah, Nate pretty much he actually got KO'd in his last one with the 56 on the clock. But yeah, Nate got himself a pretty much a rebound. Nate the Train got himself a rebound win. I think is this his only? No, this isn't. For some reason, I thought it was his wasn't his first fight. This is fourth fight in the UFC. He was on two Blades cards, the Dos Santos one, and that which was 166, and he was also on the Lewis versus Blades one, where it looked like Blades was winning, but Lewis ended up winning that one, as y'all remember. But enough of that one. Let's go ahead and go to Fiorot versus Mannion Fiorota or Fiorut versus Miora Bueno Silva. Fiorut, she pretty much had it the whole time. I think I'm messing her name up. I'm not too sure if I am or not. But she pretty much had the fight the whole time. Silva she was doing some taunting and stuff, but it wasn't really. I don't know. It just really wasn't. She was doing like this taunting and stuff, but I don't know. She wasn't. She like kept shaking her head and stuff, like she wasn't affected by the punches and everything. But I don't know. Fiorot, she pretty much gave it to her. She with 291 total total strikes, 91 significant landed out of 267. She was throwing a lot of kicks. She was throwing like some of them karate style side kicks that forget what fighter. He seemed like seemed like karate style fighting, similar to Prohaskis. I remember him throwing some of those side kicks and those like front kicks, but she didn't throw any of those front kicks. But Silva, she landed some punches and like her kicks were pretty dangerous. I don't know why she wouldn't go for the lower body, but she only threw them like a couple times and then just stopped. It was kind of weird. And wrestling wise, she couldn't do anything wrestling wise. Fiorot, she pretty much what 2 for 6. Seems like she could have done more in the grappling area, but yeah, pretty much significant win for her. Jim Miller versus Eric Gonzalez. Eric Gonzalez, a much younger fight against the old timer Jimmy Miller. Gonzalez just he was it seemed like he was the one who was putting the pressure on Jimmy Miller with even though I mean they both pretty much threw a good amount of strikes, but he as in Gonzalez was the one who was shooken up by Jim Miller, so obviously there was times where he was just throwing a whole bunch of shots, and the left hook was pretty much what stopped Eric Gonzalez in the second round with only 14 seconds, which was shocking. That I don't know what Eric Gonzalez was going for. He went for like a high kick. It was just an awkward kick that he threw up, and Jim Miller just pretty much hit him with the left hook, finished the fight. Honestly, I thought the fight was gonna be over like in the fourth minute. I mean, Eric Gonzalez wasn't terrible or nothing, but this is probably, I would say, probably the fight of the night, or actually the other fight, Andrei Arlovsky, that one was actually pretty good too. But I mean, since this one was written technically almost 2 rounds, but good fight from Jim Miller. On to Carlos Felipe. Hey, we're on the crisps of making it to 10 and only 10, and that's success to me. Andrei Arlovsky versus Carlos Felipe, Brazilian. He was on a 2 fight win streak, and obviously Andre the OG. Two OGs, man. They performing out here today. But Andre Arlovsky just pretty much out fought all the round against Carlos. I don't remember it ever going to ground. I mean, we'll check the numbers, but I don't remember it. Yeah, no takedowns. So it was a pretty decent fight. I mean, the first round wasn't. It was more of filling out and stuff, but a couple of punches were thrown and stuff. But maybe Carlos Felipe. I mean, Cat if do work on his kicking game, maybe he'll have because his striking didn't seem too bad. You know what? With his hands, that is. With 172, that's crazy. 172 and 173 thrown. 84 landed from Orlovsky. 73 landed from Carlos. Um, but all around, just Carlos just wasn't landing too much significant punches. A lot of them, like his hook, just like it seemed like he went back too much. I don't know, like he was cocking it, like he was just going back too much. He just needed to come in, which if he would have, I don't know, maybe his. I mean, he wasn't terrible or nothing, but just maybe a little work there. But mainly, I think it's the kicking. That's where he needs to work a little bit on that, and maybe a little bit of takedowns. But I don't know. As a heavyweight, do you need the takedown work? But I guess you do if you're gonna go up against some technical fighters like Cyril Gane. Maybe you do need some of that. But yeah, Orlovsky just pretty much had the better fight, just all around. He was landing the pretty much punches, just all around. He was just pretty much had the whole fight. With the just combination wise jabs, he just pretty much landed everything. To be honest, just nothing was really. I mean, even though Carlos did land a good amount of punches and stuff himself, but with the 48% against 42, obviously, Carlos needs a little work. Actually, the biggest factor I think was they just pretty much both ran out of gas. They were just there was like 2 minutes left, and the ref actually stepped in the middle, and they just were so worn out. It was like a funny. I have never seen this. Well, actually, if you saw that Deontay Wilder Fury fight, they were pretty much both gassed out too. I don't know more about Fury, but Wilder was gassed out. They were both just like almost like couldn't separate because they were so gassed out. It's kind of funny. But yeah, Andre got all 3 rounds actually. Yeah, I don't remember Carlos actually getting in a round. I mean, in my view, because I don't know. I just feel like his coaches should have been. I guess they They should have been telling him like, hey, you need to step it up a little bit. The other thing is, it seems like they hold back a little bit in the first round. Most fighters they hold back in the first round, anyways. You need to step it up all rounds, just so you don't want to. I mean, you're trying to win. You ain't trying to lose out to. Last fight, last but not least. Well, actually, it is last, and I said last but not least. I should have said that during the Orlovsky one, Carlos. But yeah, the last fight, um, Lad versus Dumont, similar to Orlovsky, Philip. They pretty much felt each other out. The almost 3 rounds. I don't remember too much going on in the first 2 to 3 rounds, to be honest. At the first round, it was like last seconds, and it was like a punch landed by one of the two. I forget which one it was, but one of the two had landed only one punch in the first round. That's crazy. I mean, that's one thing I was thinking. Like, does every main event need to be 3 rounds? Because I mean, like, it's almost a waste of time if these fighters aren't going to fight. Not every fight is Brian Ortega versus Volkanovski. Not every fight is gonna be like that, obviously. But I don't know. Just it was kind of, I don't know, just not the greatest fight, obviously. Not at all. I mean, the final round was pretty good because they're both actually going at each other, but they were still. Um, Lad didn't. I don't remember. I think there's a unanimous win. I don't remember. Lad having two. I mean, she was coming back from injury, but still, Norma Dumont pretty much had her everywhere. Um, Aspen actually went down for five. I mean, went down. Tried 5 takedowns, didn't complete a single one of them. Dumont actually got one of hers. She did get one of hers, but I don't know. Both were seemed like we're trying to work with the jab, but the jab wasn't. I mean, I guess they were landing. I remember Aspen landed a decent amount, and Dumont landed a pretty decent amount too. But seemed like the whole fight was pretty much Norma's. I mean, it seemed like what's her name? It seems like I'm using that word a good amount, but what's her name's coach was on her, but she wasn't really, until like the second to last in the last round. She, tried to put it on, but at the same time, like I said, not the greatest fight, but it was still pretty decent. But yeah, that's it for today's MMA by the minute. I guess hopefully you enjoyed this more than the fight night. Oh yeah, we got Marvin Vittori and wait, who else is coming up? Marvin Vittori, see, I see him. Marvin Vittori, Paulo Costa. That one's gonna be fun. But I did pass the 10 minutes. I had 3 extra minutes, but really the podcast was almost over at that time. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, watch, continue watching. Y'all have a